welcome back to the Alumni Coliseum. Gary Ball with Julie McGrain-Muntz, and we have the call tonight of Lexington Bryan Station in Madison Central. And Julie, since your husband's the principal of Madison Central, I'm going to delegate that school to you if you don't mind. And Central, I talked to the coach, and he said, yeah, we've got some really good pieces, parts of the puzzle, so to speak. He said, but we've been a work in progress this year. But he really does like his ball club.
Right, Gary. I think what you touched on is absolutely correct. And I think, having some piece of the puzzle, but maybe not all of the puzzle, but I think he's fundamentally sound to try to cover up some of those pieces that they're missing.
And they'll try to probably keep this slow because Station likes to score in the 70s, much like their district final when they lost to Henry Clay 79-75. They like to score in the 70s.
Oh, absolutely. So you're going to see Central slow it down, and that's probably a good idea because Bryan Station has a lot of athletic girls that can score, can run the ball, so they're very loaded as far as weapons that they can use. So Central has to find that strength and try to capitalize on it and try to slow it down.
Yeah, he's got 4 kids, speaking of Station, that can score in double figures. As a matter of fact, they do. Let's start with Jalen Martin, outstanding shooter. She's a girl that he really likes to go to.
Oh, I don't blame you. If your go-to player is hot, you got to keep and filter everything that should go through their hands if your main scorer. So everything should go through them, and and she'll either try to drive or dish it out to a corner and shoot 3. And
then the all-name team, Easy Igadero. I mean, she's obviously, and Jalen Martin, he really does. He's got some girls that can really score the basketball.
Right, and I'm really impressed with that. If you have girls that can score, that is a blessing in itself. So not only that can they play defense, but they have offensive threats as well.
And both records are pretty similar. Bryan Station's won 18 games, but Central's played a really good schedule to get them ready for this. And we really expect a good matchup here in this game between Madison Central and Bryan Station.
Absolutely, Gary. And anytime you play in the 11th region, it's going to be a toss-up every night, no matter where you play, and it just could be anybody's game.
That's Julie McGrain-Muntz. I'm Gary Ball with William Warfield, our producer. We'll come back with the starting lineups and then the tip-off here. It is the 11th Region Girls Basketball Tournament right here on PrepSpin at 1080p.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile.
And I'm Other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile.
I went to Greer and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me.
And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner.
I love that I can go to Greer and Maggard with all my questions.
And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night.
Don't be like this, me. Go to Greer and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
You gotta be crazy.
So, don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
At Central Bank, we like to call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts because we get to help an entire community of customers achieve their financial dreams. So whether you're opening a checking account or buying your first home, you've got a team of local experts to coach you all the way.
Wow.
See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics.
White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our 6 Lexington area locations.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
Gary Ball with Julie McGrain-Muntz here. We are at the 11th Region Tournament, and it's Madison Central taking on Bryan Station. And William, if you would, we got a little bit of an echo, Telly.
Echo.
Madison Central comes in under Robert Cooksey, there we go, and Bryan Station comes in under Sean Ransom. And I talked to Coach Cooksey, and what he pretty much talked about, Julie, was he said Bailey Vanover, the sophomore, is the point guard that runs the show and makes it happen for Madison Central. But he really likes the way a couple of his girls, particularly Lindsey Johns and Mally Cornett, shoot the basketball. He said if they're hitting, but the way, what I took from his conversation was he doesn't want this to be a high-scoring game. And you kind of referenced it there a little bit in that opening segment on camera that he probably wants to slow this thing down a little bit.
Right, and I don't think they can match Bryan Station's athletic ability, but then again, if they slow the pace down, put them in that situation where they have an ability to run their offense and then score, they probably have a great chance of doing really well.
Absolutely. And you know, you look at Bryan Station, we talk about the balance for Madison Central. Bryan Station, they got Destiny Kozart, who averages 14, Easy Igadora, that averages 12 points, Jalen Martin, we talked about, averaging 11, and then Kara Burdett averaging 30. They got 4 girls averaging double figures, so they got a lot of girls that can score the basketball.
Right, and the Madison Central is going to have to cover all 4 of those girls, and they're going to have a hard time because they cannot double down underneath and expect the kick out back to the 3-point range, so that'll be deadly.
Bryan Station, in their district championship, they had a shootout with Henry Clay, and when I say shootout, Livers, the girl that has the flu, she had 34 points and 16 rebounds. They could not stop her, but yet the final was 79-75. So we know Bryan Station can score points, and can Madison Central slow them down tonight? That's going to be the key to this basketball game. And Julie, we're only about 40 seconds away from the starting lineups from the public address announcer here at Alumni Coliseum. I'm a little bit disappointed in this crowd, to be quite frank with you.
Yeah, there is a lot of empty seats still, still open. So I mean, it's just something that they have to work on promoting and getting that out there, Gary.
Exactly right. And we are in Richmond, and we're just about set for the national anthem as well. But we want to thank all of our sponsors: White Greer Maggard, title sponsor, Raising Cane's Chicken, One Love. Would like to have some Raising Cane's right now.
Yes.
Whitaker Bank, a Whitaker Bank shot, UK Sports Medicine. We'll try to grab Jake at halftime. Jake the Snake from Bryan Station. Jake Jacobs, one of the trainers. Central Bank, Bob Roberts Insurance. They're right here in Richmond. Everybody knows Bob Roberts Insurance. They're on Main Street. They insure half the state. The Scholastic Ball Report every Saturday at noon on CW. And Sutherland Chevrolet. Now let's go to the public address announcer with the starting lineups. We'll be back after this. Okay, we'll step in.
Contest this evening will feature the Lady Defenders of Bryan Station High School.
And we're back at Alumni Coliseum. Let's go to the public address announcer with the starting lineups.
Station High School, out of District 42, with a record of 18 wins and 14 losses, wearing their green uniforms trimmed in gold and white. A senior guard standing 5 feet 8 inches, wearing number 14, Destiny. Wearing number 13, Kara Burnett. A senior guard standing 5 feet 4 inches, wearing number 12, Easy Ingano. A junior guard standing 5 feet 5 inches, wearing number 23, Jalen Martin. A senior guard standing 5 feet 7 inches, wearing number 32, Keone Shanna. The defenders are coached by Sean Ransom. And now, let's meet the Lady Indians of Madison Central High School. Out of District 44, with a record of 15 wins and 14 losses, wearing their white uniforms trimmed in blue and red. A sophomore guard standing 5 feet 4 inches, wearing number 1, Bailey Vanover. A senior guard standing 5 feet 4 inches, wearing number 2, Emily Willoughby. A junior guard standing 5 feet 10 inches, wearing number 14, Lindsay John. A junior guard standing 5 feet 7 inches, wearing number 21, Casey Sny. And a junior forward standing 6 feet even, wearing number 23, Malay Cornett. The Lady Indians are coached by Rob Cooksey. Our officials this evening, the referee, Sean Holman. Our umpire, Tony Paquillo. And Charles
We are set for basketball. There's the starting lineups. And again, for the Bryan Station Lady Defenders, Igadera, Burdett, Cozart, Martin, and Shannon. And then for Madison Central, Vanover, Willoughby, John, Schneid, and Cornett. And we are set for basketball. Tap is up, tapped around, and picked up by Willoughby. She's going to give it over to Vanover now. Vanover, Julie, will work it across very slowly, methodically. Good defense. Well, when you say,
like
man,
they're already into their slowing it down.
Right side, they kick it over now to Willoughby. Back out top to Johns. Johns to Willoughby. Yeah, they're definitely in some type of four corner here. Kick it out top to Bailey Vanover. Back over now to Johns. That's Schneid down the paint with the left hand. Missed his shot there. Vanover had a good look at it. Coming out there with the Bryan Station. That's Jalen Martin with the basketball. Martin thought about it for a moment. She kicks it over now to Igadero, and there's a shot knocked down.
From behind the college line.
3-point shot there knocked down by, that was Martin. As we said in the pregame, Martin, an outstanding shooter. To the basket and put up and in nicely with Johns.
Lindsey John with an excellent score through the middle.
3-2. Martin knocked down a three, as Julie McGrane-Munn said, beyond NBA range. Out top now and launch, and that shot won't go for Cara Burdett, and pulled down and rebounded by Vanover. 3-2, 6:49, first quarter action here. Gary Ball with Julie McGrane-Munson, also William Warfield producing here on PrepSpin. Should be a good one, Julie.
I'm excited, Gary.
Down low, turn with the left hand, put it up and in. Basket will count for Mally Cornett. And all of a sudden, Central now has a 4-3 lead. That was a good entry pass there.
Oh, absolutely, Gary. Looks like Mally Cornett had a nice setup on the girl. She did a nice little old school little hook shot there and did an excellent job by making the shot.
Of course, big advantage for Central. They play their district on this floor where they beat Southern in the district championship. And good free throw shooting by Mally Cornett, who averages 11 points, the junior. She's a nice size. She plays the middle of that zone defense. 5-3. Across the line, Igadera wearing 12. Normally she wears 22, but she's wearing 12 right now. They give it up to Cara Burdett. Back to Igadera. Down the lane, Igadera, high arcer, and it rolls off there. Nice rebound as it's put ball stolen back away, though. And the front of the iron won't go for Cozart. Tapped around. Good job there by Schneid to keep it alive. Come over now to Vanover. Schneid down the lane, throws it up and in, and it will count, and she's fouled. I'll tell you what, Central's doing a good job taking the ball to the rack.
They are definitely finding the seam in the defense, and they were splitting that seam. Bryan Station's going to do a better job of slowing that down and stepping out in front to make him shoot over top of them.
At the line will be Schneid. And looking at some numbers in this game, 1 of 4 shooting for Station, 3 of 4 for Central. That's 75%. I can do the easy math on that one.
Not much after that, Gary.
No. Free throw knocked down by Cassie Schneid. I like her game. 8-3, 5:56. Station has dug a little bit of a hole here early on. Martin's got it though. She can knock down the three. That's Destiny Cozart. She's really good. But as I say that, she throws the ball right to Lindsey John. John's wanting to run a crossover dribble to the basket. Good.
Excellent penetration move by Lindsey Johns.
Good start for Madison Central. They lead 10-3 here over Lexington Bryan Station. Down the lane is Burdett. Cara lost a handle on it, but it's last touch by Central. And we're going to have a couple of substitutions in for Sean Ransom, the former Paris standout.
Oh, yeah, I thought he looked familiar, Gary. You're absolutely right. I'll tell you what, Paris Boys has a really good, nice team this year.
Won 24 games this year.
Wow.
Go way out top to Igadera. Coming over now to Zariah Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh gets it back and checking in there. That's Hall. Out top, Igadera lines up a high arcer. Back of the rim, no. And picked back up for Station. Throwing it up, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Central. Give it back to Station.
I'll tell you what, Mally Cornett, number 23, is doing a phenomenal job in the middle, blocking shots in there and altering.
That's Asia Hall who checked in there as well, so we're getting all the new players in the game. Here's a long three and rattled in there by Martin. She's hit 2 of them. Julie, she's got 6 points and 10-6 Central, but Jayla Martin keeping Station in the ball game.
She is really showing her range, Gary.
10-6. That was range when she got off the bus. 4:59. Here's a steal. Igadera into the paint, falls down, ball knocked away, right in the hands it goes of Bailey Vanover, and the official said it's going to be give it back to Bryan Station. No, they're going to give it to Central.
Oh, I thought they had the
Change
tip.
that, so did I, change that call.
Oh, they're trying to argue it now.
Yeah, Bryan.
Mr. Ransom.
Yeah, and he's exactly right. You know, he's at that Paris education working over there on that sideline, doesn't he?
You got to earn every possession you can.
Gary Ball with Julie McGrain-Muntz. Left side, they swing it to Martin. They got a wire, launches another long three. Got it!
Wow! What a deep three by Martin.
That's her third trifecta. Here's a steal, but a travel's going to be called there as Martin tried to work it off. But Martin is lighting it up. She's 3 for 3 from downtown, literally downtown Richmond, and it's 10-9.
I am so impressed with her range that she's showing out there.
We talked about her in the pregame, remember,
Absolutely.
on camera. What a scorer she is. Down the lane, throwing it up off balance. No, stuck back up and in nicely by Cornett. Cornett says, I'll help you out. 12-9 Central. We got a good one going here, Julie.
I love it, Gary.
Across the line is Martin. She's hit those 3 big threes. Now they swing it out top Burdett in the corner, and it's knocked down over there by Iguodera.
Easy.
Made it look easy. And we're tied at 12. That's our first tie. Madison Central and Bryan Station locked up in a good one here. Halfway through the first period, it's 12-12. That's Bailey Vanover. Goes deep on the right side. Here's a jumper, and that's going to be off the mark for Lindsey Johns, and pulled down by Station. Wanting to push it is Kara Burdett. Burdett crossing over down the middle, runs into the trees, and it has it blocked, and we're going to have a whistle called. That's going to be some free throws there for Kara Burdett.
Looks like they're going to call the foul on Bailey Vanover with the reach-in.
Burdett is a junior, and she averages 13 points a game. But I tell you what, how can you not be impressed with Jalen Martin, who's already knocked down 3 long-range bombs?
Gary, I am already a fan of her. She is doing really, really good.
Burdett at the line will try to give the lead to Station, and she does.
Great concentration by Burdett as she sank that.
We talked about it, but there's 4 big guns for this Station scoring. Burdett, Cozart, Iguodera, and Martin, and they're all stepping up right now. The only one who hasn't scored is their leading scorer, Destiny Cozart. But she will eventually. Free throw knocked down there by Burdett. 2 points for her now. And 14-12, the Lady Defenders of Bryan Station have the 2-point lead. With the basketball is Willoughby. Right side to go, and it's off glass, high off the glass, and rolled in there. Nicely done by Johns. That's 6 points for Lindsay. Let's look at some shooting. That is 6 of 9 shooting for Central. Of course, a lot of it's been layups. 4 of 11, but all 4 have been 3-pointers for Station.
Go figure.
We're tied at 14. Left side with it is Jalen Martin. Back over to Martin. She launches another 3. Got it! That's 4 3-pointers, and Coach Cooksey has seen enough. He wants somebody to get out there and guard number 23.
They better guard her closely because anytime she's in range, she's a deadly threat from the outside.
17-14, and we'll step out here on PrepSpin. 17-14. It's been the Jalen Martin show as we've only played 5 minutes and she's knocked down 4 3-pointers. We'll return on PrepSpin. And Schneid will put it in play for Central, and 5 3-pointers have been knocked down by Station. They lead 17-14, 3:14 in the first period. Gary Ball, Julie McGrain-Muntz, and the king of string, William Warfield.
Gotta love William.
1080p.
The brains behind it all.
That's exactly right. It's got to be somebody besides us. And here's Cornett. Down low, turning Willoughby, and Schneid, couldn't get it to go. Good effort there by Schneid, but good retrieve by Bailey Vanover. Vanover goes in the corner now, and that's Willoughby, and she gives it to Cornett. Won't go. Johns battling, but coming out of there with it, Station, and that's with the basketball is Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh looking out the top. Cozart to the basket, and that rolls off. Nice offensive board, high off the glass. Won't go there for Station. That was Hall. Hall's played a lot of significant minutes for somebody that wasn't even listed on the depth chart.
She's doing an excellent job battling underneath for offensive rebounds.
Vanover over to John. She goes baseline, lets it rip off the mark right side, and rebounded, pulled down there by Station. That was Igadera who came up with it. She's got the tape on the right wrist, Igadera, but she penetrates. And a little floater rolls out of there, and nice rebound, pulled down. That's what I like about Vanover. She gets in there and
she really does crash the boards. Does an excellent job.
Under 2 minutes to go, first period. It's been a dandy. Station 17, Central. Here's a steal by Igadera. Igadera busts out. Vanover stops off left side, banks it home.
Easy. Igadera makes it look so smooth down there.
She does. That lead is now 5, Julie. 19-14 for the Lady Defenders of Bryan Station. Looking for their 19th win here tonight. Cornett. In the corner goes to Willoughby. Down low, Cornett off glass. Missed it. There's Johns battling. Sticks it up. No one draws the foul. That's what they've got to do, Julie. You have got to get Johns and Cornett crashing the offensive glass like they did there and get these opportunities at the line, or it's going to be a long night for Madison Central girls.
Yeah, it is, Gary. You're right. They're doing. It looks like Madison Central is doing an excellent job feeding the interior in the post. Cornett's got to do a good job of capitalizing on that and putting those shots in.
Lindsey Johns, the 5'9" junior, 15-point average. She's already got 6 in this one. Make it 7. Boy, she got the kind roll, didn't she?
It was friendly.
In the game for Bryan Station, number 32.
Referee talking to her about something. I'm not sure. He's got her laughing a little bit, so it was something pretty humorous.
I guess anything to take the edge off of her nerves or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's a nice-looking basketball player, the young lady at the line, and she knocks down the second one. That's Lindsey Johns, and she's got 8 points already. It is 19-16, a shootout here at Alumni Coliseum. Minute 19, pounding it down out front is Zariah Kavanaugh. She just looks at that zone and says, Central, if you're going to stay back there, I'm just going to put it on the yo-yo out here.
Yeah, she said, we're up by 3. We're in control right now.
Listen, that gives us an opportunity to look at the shooting. 6 of 16 for Station in this game. But look at that, 5 for 5 from downtown.
Very impressive.
And 6 of 13 for Central. They have not made a three-pointer yet. And how about rebounding, Julie?
That could be the difference in the game, Gary. Offensive rebounds, things like that. It looks like they're going to start the trap now. Central comes out and bounce pass to Shannon. And what a block down low. Rejection by Cornett. She said no. Not a chance. Get that out of here.
Especially tonight. This is my home house. This is where I play. It really is. We're not just kidding.
You're right, Gary. You can't argue with that.
Down to 35 seconds, 19-16. Here comes Central out of it. Shannon trying to go down low. Not good. Great hands there by Cornett. Coming out there with it is Schneid. Gives over to Johns. John kicks it back to Schneid. Launches the 3. In and out. Rebounded by Station. Nice rebound. Running out of there is Kavanaugh. Going down low, but shoots it too far ahead of Kara Burnett out of bounds.
She had a little bit too much hot sauce on that pass.
Yep.
Just couldn't pull it down.
I think she asked for ketchup and got mustard because it just went off her fingertips.
We got 14.6 seconds left.
Three-pointer here by Lady Indians who are tied up. Down the lane, and a shot won't go on the drive by Willoughby, but a jump ball called possession arrow this time favoring Coach Robert Cooksey and Madison
They got
Central.
it right that time. I think Lindsey Johns was just kind of glad to get away. She was hoping that she didn't foul on that, and she was just glad to get a jump ball.
I do like how Willoughby took it straight to the rack, being aggressive. Bad pass, but saved in the corner there by Johns. Launches it, and it's off the board, no good. Rebounded down to 3 seconds. Let's see if Cozart's got time. She launches half court, off the mark to the left. We go to the second quarter, and Julie McGrane-Muntz, that was very entertaining first quarter.
I loved every bit of it, Gary. It's really, really entertaining.
19-16, the lead is for Bryan Station. We'll return here on PrepSpin, and thanks to White, Greer, and Maggard, our title sponsor.
I am Lee, and I'm happy with my smile.
And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile.
I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me.
And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner.
I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions. And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night. Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
I don't grill it.
You wouldn't do it there.
That'd be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Miss Jalen Martin had 12 points for Station in the first quarter, all from three-point range, or 5 for 5 from 3, 19-16. That's it. And lies why they have a 3-point lead here. Down low, Hall turns, has it partially blocked again by Cornett. She has 150 blocks coming into this, and Coach Cooksey said, Gary, got the best timing of any girl I've ever had.
She has really good jumping ability. I believe she also plays track, so she is a nice little two-star athlete.
Bailey Vanover, they swing it over now to Willoughby. She penetrates, lost the handle on it, picked back up by Lindsey Johns. Johns out top to Vanover, over to Schneid. Back to Vanover, posting up low is Cornett. They can't get it to her. Now over to Johns, looking down to Cornett. Out top, now they go to Willoughby. Back over to Lindsey Johns. Baseline ball free, but picked up by Schneid. Good job by Schneid to hustle after that one. She goes baseline and puts it up no good, but tapped out of, let's see what the official says. He's going to give it back to Central. He said it was knocked out. I believe Kavanaugh Station knocked that one out.
It looks like Madison County got a break that time.
Schneid way out top to Lindsey Johns. Now they come out to Willoughby. Over to Vanover. Good ball movement here, but I tell you what, Station really packing in that 2-3. Now they kind of match up out of it.
I think Sean Ransom's done a good job of trying to shut down Madison Central's drive.
Johns, they loop it over to Vanover. She's open, and it's off the in and out, and rebounded coming out of it with its Iguodera. Iguodera wanting to push it down the middle. Iguodera, defenders back. Scissors in between them, throws it up off balance. No. Nice rebound there by Lindsey Johns. You know, rebounding started to even up. 13 rebounds for Station, but 12 now for Central. I mean, when you would just watch when you would just watch the game, you would think Station would be dominating that stat, but they're not. It's almost dead even.
And then you have somebody like Bailey Vanover, who's a 5'2" point guard.
Johns to the basket and rattles it in. Lindsey Johns, she's got double figures already. She joins Jalen Martin of Station in double figures, 19-18. That basket there by Johns cut it to a point, and Bryan Station Sean Ransom wants to talk about it. 19-18, Gary Ball, Julie McGrain-Muntz. Great to be back working with you on a broadcast, Miss Julie.
It's always nice to ride shotgun with you, Gary.
we have a lot of fun, don't we?
Oh, yes, I couldn't be. I mean, what else am I going to spend my afternoon doing?
How's Joe doing, by the way?
Joe's doing well. He's getting ready to do some spring training with MLB, so.
Right, great. And our good friend Doug Flynn. And, yeah, let's take a look. On YouTube, follow us. Of course, youtube.com/PrepSpin. You can follow us there. As always, on Facebook, just visit facebook.com/PrepSpin. Williams got it all with his social media.
I'll tell you what, this is a great advancement for girls and women's sports. That I'm so glad that Williams done a lot with PrepSpin and the sponsors that they're getting.
Right.
And it's able for a lot of people who cannot make it to the game to say, no, the crowd's not all here, but we're watching it on PrepSpin.
Well, I called them out. It's starting to pick up over there on Madison Central side. There's some folks up in the second level now.
Still kind of missing the tribe over there.
And let's say that. I thought for a moment, I would agree with Coach Cooksey on that. I think Iguodera got a little fingertip on that, but he's right there in front of it. The officials are going to give it back to Station. So hard to tell from over here, but Coach Cooksey certainly thought Station touched that last.
He's definitely working his magic over there.
He works it, doesn't he? Kavanaugh, back to Iguodera. Over they come now to Jalen Martin, but they're coming out on her a little bit more now. Into the paint, off glass, no. What a nice rebound there for Cornett. Let's check Miss Cornett's numbers in this game for his rebounds. What she got? 5 rebounds. Vanover angles down the middle. Vanover loses it, picks it back up, gives it over to Johns. Bounces back, good pass back to Vanover. Bailey now scissors in, brings it back out with 5:17. Well, I tell you what, we're not going to have the scoring in this second half, second period that we had in that first quarter, are we? To the basket, Schneid missed it, but it draws the foul, so that will send Cassie Schneid, a senior, to the line for Madison Central.
I'll tell you what I like about Cassie Schneid. She does an excellent job of locating the seams in the defense, and she really penetrates that seam and drew the foul.
These are two really good girls basketball teams. You can tell Central's well coached and well,
Mr. Handsome Ransom over there.
Yes, sir. And also, you can tell that Bryan Station's well coached as she misses the free throw. Schneid can tie this thing up. The story in that first period was obviously Jalen Martin knocking down NBA 3 after NBA 3. Hit 4 of them.
She definitely put on a show.
Schneid trying to tie it up. Rolls it in. Took the world tour, but, it doesn't matter when it goes through the nets.
When it's in, it's in.
And it's got 4 points now for Schneid. And here comes Bryan Station into front court. And that's Burdette. They're going to try to get her. And they got to get Cozart on track. Destiny, who's such a good player, hasn't scored yet. That's Kyra Harden. And there's another 3 by Martin.
Downtown by Martin.
15 for Jalen Martin.
And make that 5 for 5 on the 3-point line for her.
Right side, knocked down, nicely done by Johns. She has 12, so John's kind of going toe-to-toe with Miss Martin, even though all of Martins have been 3-pointers. Out top, and that's off the mark there by Burdette. Tracked down by John. Burdette lays it up, and then that's her first basket after knocking down a couple of free throws in the first period. 24-21 Station. And another steal by the lady, getting in the middle of the floor to Schneid. Schneid has it back tip, stolen by Burdette. Kara Burdette's got a bust down. Burdette to the basket again. Put it up and in, and she will get the soup
and the sandwich
from Frisch's.
It's been a while since I've been there. It's about time to get a fish sandwich,
That's right. Those are good.
Mid-season.
How about that? Burdette, boy, I tell you, great court awareness and coming in the game for Central.
I'll tell you what, she made like a lot of things happen. She got a steal to start the second series, and then the other series, the series that she just scored on, she had a deflection and really busted it on in to take the ball in to draw the foul.
4 points for Burdette, and she gets the free throw to roll in to complete that 3-point play. 27-21 Station. And checking in, Shanti Mack, the junior. She's got the basketball right side. Mack to the basket. She's going to be fouled. And, well, like Mack, put me in the game, coach, because I'm going to take it right to the hole.
She took it right to the rack, along with the Station defender.
And she almost threw her in the basket. Foul was called, though. So
she's got some size to her, Gary.
Just about 5'11". And checking back in will be Easy Iguodaro. And Destiny Cozart back in there. That's who they want to get on layups, but out of the right side, there's the 3 by Johns. No, but Van over there is going to retrieve it. Bailey bounces out top as she goes to Willoughby. Martin's knocking down threes, like ball knocked away there by Cozart, Destiny Cozart. Cozart, the leading scorer, has not scored yet, but when Jalen Martin's knocking down threes, I guess.
I'll tell you what, it looks like she's getting it done on defense. So if one player is getting it done on offense, obviously she's picking it up on defense.
Good hustle there by Johns to retrieve that. There's a pocket pick there by Iguodaro. She's got a bust out. Iguodaro hanging off glass, rolls off, and battling for it is Central, and it's picked up finally out top by Martin. She goes in the corner now to Iguodaro, and she knocks down a 3.
Easy, Iguodaro, and they are 7 for 7 on the 3-point line.
Martin has 5, and Easy has 2, and almost a steal there by Iguodaro. It's 30-21 Station.
It kind of looks like Central is kind of getting away from their what they want to accomplish. They're kind of rushing things right now, so Bryan Station's able to capitalize on their errors.
I got to ask you, Julie, when have you ever seen a game where a team is shooting 10 of 26, but they're 7 for 7 from 3? Not just 3, Martin is hitting them from NBA 3.
That's why they call it March Madness, Gary. A lot of things can happen this time of year.
And it is officially March today. It's March 1st, so we can call this March Madness.
I love it. My favorite time of the year.
It is. It's an awesome time, and looking forward to coming up later. Darren Douglas and Coach Scott True will give you the call of Lafayette and Western Hills. And boy, Allie Denton's gotten here. Lafayette Lady General's playing some good basketball. They've won 23 ball games this year.
Absolutely, here. They're doing a phenomenal job, like you said, just playing really good basketball. When you have that momentum going with you, carrying into the regional tournament, that's a bonus for your team.
The story has been Miss Jalen Martin, the junior. She has knocked down 5 3-pointers. She's 5 for 5 behind the line. It's 30-21 Station. Central. Over comes right side to the basket. Strong to put up and in by Mack.
Mack did an excellent job penetrating to the basket.
Cuts it to 7 with 3:07 here in the first half. Across the line, Igadera. She kicks it over to Destiny Cozart. And out of the corner, Harden, and Harden's three-points her first miss. And here's a steal, though, by Martin. Backs it up, thought about it, goes Igadera. She loops it over right side off, then falling down, throwing it up, and in is Hall.
Bryan Station's done an excellent job staying with the offensive rebound to really get it in there and score.
That was a nice job there by Asia Hall. She was kind of losing her balance, but before she went down, she threw it up off glass and knocked it down for her first basket. And you look up now, it's a 32-23 lead for Bryan Station.
It's like out of nowhere, they just kind of all of a sudden.
We'll step out here on PrepSpin.
At Central Bank, we like to call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts because we get to help an entire community of customers achieve their financial dreams. So whether you're opening a checking account or buying your first home, you've got a team of local experts to coach you all the way.
Wow.
See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics.
Back at Alumni Coliseum, Gary Ball, Julie McGrain-Muntz, and also William Warfield. And looking at this ball game, you have 15 points by Jalen Martin, 5 of 5 from 3. She leads everybody. But I tell you what, Lindsey Johns of Central with 12 is doing a good job. But Bryan Station right now with that quickness and steals, Julie, they have that 9-point lead.
That's right, Gary. And like I said, it was just like no time did they get that 9-point lead.
Central trying to beat the pressure. Willoughby gets it back over from Vanover, back to Bailey. Vanover into front court now. She's working on Jalen Martin. And now Station backs up from Coach Ransom wants a 2-3 packed in zone there, and that's what they're running now for Station.
It looks like Station's going to try to take away their dribble drive offense.
Johns. Backdoor goes now. Good catch by Johns, and she throws it up, rolls out, but a foul called, and she'll go to the line. That is 5 team fouls on Station. Only 2 team fouls against Madison Central. Now 16 fouls, but only 2 team fouls have been called with 2:21 to go in the first half for Madison Central.
Yeah, deservedly so. I think the referees have done an excellent job calling the game and doing just a great job controlling what's going on.
Johns with a dozen and make it 13 now. That's a Baker's dozen. Lindsey Johns, a junior. You know, a lot of this is back for, you lose Willoughby, who's a senior, but pretty much everybody else is back for Madison Central.
Yeah, and he's got a really nice team to build on. I think Emily Willoughby's accepted a scholarship to play soccer at the Cumberlands.
And a free throw rattles in there for Miss Johns. And she now has 14. 32-25. You know, if Madison Central can get this down to 4 or 5 points at halftime, they're right in. I mean, they're only down by 7, but what I'm saying is you want to keep it to about a 4 or 5 point margin. You don't want Station to extend this lead out any further with 2:06 to go before intermission.
And wherever Martin is, cover her up.
Exactly. She's running the baseline right now, trying to sneak in behind that Madison Central zone. Now she's on the left elbow, free throw line extended. Coach Cooksy's extending that defense. Comes over now to Harden. That's Kyra Harden. She checked in. That's Destiny Cozart. Cozart runs into the Mack girl, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul call, and that's going to go on Shanti Mack.
Doesn't look like 45 Mack was set. Excellent call by the referee that she did not have her shoulders squared to the offensive person.
Tomorrow night, boys action. Franklin County will take on Lafayette, and then it'll be Madison Central boys and Scott County. I'll have the call of that one, the second game tomorrow night. Madison Central, Scott County at 8:15. Probably won't start at 8:15. Here's Destiny Cozart, and that's off the mark. And battle for it coming out of there. That's going to be a travel, though, as coming down with it was Asia Hall, but she traveled before she could get that pass kicked out with a minute 33 here in the first half.
What I do like about Hall is she really fought for that offensive rebound to try to give her team another chance to score. Julie
McGrain-Muntz, you'll have to come back with us. You coming back to the semis maybe Friday night?
I'll be around, Gary.
Minute 24. Willoughby getting instructions from Robert Cooksey, and now setting up the offense for the Lady Indians of Madison Central right here in Richmond, Kentucky. I'll tell you what, Willoughby does not look for her shot, does she?
I believe she's more of a defensive specialist for this team, so you got to go with where your strengths are.
A basket here by Central would cut it down to 5 or 4 if they could knock down a 3. 57 seconds in the first half. That's Lindsey Johns. That's Bailey Vanover pounding it down. She comes over to Johns deep in the corner. Cornett trying to post up. Willoughby open right side, but she fires it back to Vanover, back to Willoughby. Willoughby, and indecision cost her, and she turns it over.
I don't think she didn't decide whether she wanted to shoot it or pass it. She kind of got locked up in between.
41.2 seconds here in the first half of the girls' 11th region basketball tournament. Alumni Coliseum campus of Eastern Kentucky University. Hugh Davis does a great job helping with Donna Martin, the tournament manager out of Dunbar, running a great tournament this year.
I really like it when they have the venues at the college floors.
Yes.
I really do.
94 feet. That's why a lot of the teams practice at the college gyms. I saw where Lafayette practiced at the Joe Kraft yesterday. 32-25. 9 seconds. Bad pass, Cozart. If she touches that, that's over and back. So Madison Central will have nearly 6 seconds to get a shot off here before halftime. They're going to go to the locker room down, but they hope it's not 7. They hope it's less than that.
They have a chance to score here at the end. Let's see what Madison Central looks like. Cooksey trying to put in a play right now to see if they get executed.
Johns, good game to give it back to her. Down to 3 seconds. Vanover is going to launch it and hits the board, but no good. We go to the locker room. Lexington Bryan Station behind 5 of 5 3-point shooter from Jalen Martin. 15 points. They lead Madison Central 32-25 here at halftime. And I tell you what, walking to that locker room, Sean Ransom, the young coach out of Paris High School, has got to really like the production of his basketball team.
Oh, yeah, and they're really doing a good job executing and making those shots and just doing some good things on their full court press too, Gary.
And we'll be back with more here at halftime at Alumni Coliseum. And we'll be entertained by the cheerleading squad, looks like, from Central. And they got a bunch of cheerleaders. We'll be back here on the PrepSpin, thanks to our sponsors, White, Greer, and Maggard. And if you want to watch high school sports, check out the Scholastic Ball Report. That's Saturdays at noon on the CW. We cover all sports for entering our 14th season. And Sutherland Chevrolet, check out the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive League. We'll be back here halftime with William Warfield, the King of Stream, here after this timeout.
Ladies, if you'll hold up for just a minute, we're going to get an extra speaker so you'll all be able to hear it.
White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our 6 Lexington area locations.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard.
Welcome back to halftime. Gary Ball with Samantha Burford from Madison County Sports Television.
Yes.
Did I get all that?
Yes, Madison County School Sports Television.
Y'all do a great job at, Madison Central doing it. But Jalen Martin knocking down all those threes for Bryan Station. I mean, those are NBA threes she's knocking down.
You're right, and I just asked Coach Cooksey what are they going to do different to try to defend her. He said she's really deep. I think they're going to switch up some players. So they're going to try. We'll see.
I really like Lindsey Johns is stepping up big. She's got 14 points for Madison Central. I think they got to get a little bit more scoring out of some other girls, although Cornett does have 5. But you've got Bailey Vanover and Willoughby who really don't look for their shots, do they, Samantha?
No, and I'll tell you what, Willoughby was their point guard last year, and then you got Bailey that's come in as a freshman this year, and she has really stepped up. Willoughby's a senior. She's kind of playing wherever they'll put her. And so she's really stepped up, knows her place this year. And you're right, they're not taking the shots. They know their role. But they're really going on the inside game this time. So we'll see what happens the second half.
I don't care what level, Samantha, you play at. At one point, they were 5 for 5. They're 7 for 9 from 3, talking about Station. They probably can't keep that pace up. So I think if I'm Coach Cooksey in that Madison Central locker room saying, look, girls, yeah, they shot the lights out from 3, so we got to defend that a little bit better. But he's also saying they'll cool off a little bit in the second half. At least you bank on that.
Well, Central looked tired. When Bryan Station, about 4 minutes in, got that spark and had many turnovers right there against Central, I mean, Central looked tired. They looked defeated right there at the end. Bryan Station stepped up. So I don't know if they got that spark. They're a little deeper on the bench as well, so I think that helps.
And you know what? Most coaches will tell you, Samantha, you know as well as anybody, the first 3 or 4 minutes of the second half are going to tell you a lot of how this game is going to play out. Because if Central comes out and gets a couple of quick buckets and gets this thing down to 2 or 3 points, it's anybody's game. But if Station comes out and scores 2 or 3 quick buckets, it's going to be a tough night, I think, for Central.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. Well, we shall see,
We shall see, as they say, right?
Yeah, and I just want to give a big shout out to you guys. You guys do a wonderful job with PrepSpin, and with Madison County School Sports, they wanted me to come on here and just give a shout out to you guys and thank you for partnering with us for Madison County School Sports Television.
I think William came over and did a football game with you guys.
That's
Central
right.
Game, yeah.
That's right. We try really hard to promote Madison County sports. We promote wrestling, football, basketball, baseball, girls soccer, boys soccer. We try to do it all. Not only do we attend all the games, but we do coaches shows.
Right.
We try to do weekly coaches shows. It's a little more difficult during basketball season because there's so many games. But we have a lot of fun. Not only are we promoting Madison Central, but we have another school in Berea, Madison Southern.
Yeah.
So we were here last night promoting that game as well, and we have a lot of fun doing it. I hate to say their girls, their Lady Indians got defeated last night.
Yeah.
So.
And tomorrow night you'll have the Central boys and Scott County boys. This place will be packed tomorrow night.
This place will be packed, won't it?
Yes, it sure will.
Get here early.
Well, I'm taping my Scholastic Ball Report TV show at WKYT, but I'm going to definitely make it here for that game. I'm going to hopefully somebody will send me a place to park out.
You may be parking out on the bypass.
Well, I'll just have one of your Madison County sports crews give me a taxi in here.
That's right. We've got a van. We take it everywhere we go. There have been times when, let's say last year when Damian Harris was at the Madison, he played for Madison Southern, now playing for Alabama, might have been 2 years ago. Coach Dukes flew in on his helicopter. The parking lot was packed. We actually had to shoot some of that game from out in the van. It's been crazy. There was so much media here. So we kind of stepped back, let some of the other places come in, local TV out of Lexington. And so, we kind of know what we're doing.
Yes, you do.
We kind of step back, know our role, let them come in, shoot some highlights, but we can do our footage from out in the parking lot, and then we come in, interview the coaches at halftime.
It's a great partnership between Madison County Sports Television and PrepSpin, and when we do it for the Lexington Central Kentucky area, you do it for Madison County.
Right.
I know there was a Frankfort cable group here doing Franklin County and Frankfort as well. So those folks do a tremendous job trying to promote high school kids. And, and just like I said, you cover the whole Madison County area. So we appreciate what you do. And also, we appreciate you talking to us here.
Well, I thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much, Samantha. That's Samantha Burford, and she's with Madison County Sports Television. So check them out. They do a tremendous job. Thank you, Samantha.
Thank you.
We will come back, and we'll set the look at the stats and talk about the second half with Julie McGrain-Muntz here on the PrepSpin. We'll be back here after this timeout.
White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our 6 Lexington area locations.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
I'm ready. And welcome back here. We are just a few minutes away from the second half. Gary Ball, Julie McGreen-Muntz, and William Warfield, the president, CEO of PrepSpin. And tonight we're at the Alumni Coliseum campus of Eastern Kentucky University. Coming up later, Darren Douglas and Coach Scott True will give you all the play-by-play in action. It's going to be Western Hills and Lafayette. How do you see that game shaking out?
It's going to be tough here. I mean, I really like the way Lafayette is playing
Kiara
right now.
Pankins is a special player.
Oh, I remember her for years calling her games, and she is special.
And listen to this. There's another Pankins. She's an 8th grader.
Little Pankins.
Little Pankins. And I'm not sure Little Pankins is going to be, the great player, but she's going to be good. I mean, it's hard to compare a sister to Kiara because Kiara's an all-state player, had 26 points and 13 rebounds in the district championship.
Tell you what, Gary, it is really tough playing in your older sister's shadow, and I'm sure she's going to make a name for herself as well. So we'll see how that pans out.
Who filled your shoes? You have a sister when you played basketball?
Actually, Gary, it's funny you mention that. When I played at Round County, I had 2 older sisters, and we were all within 3 years of each other.
Right.
So there was a Jenny, Joni, and myself, who was Julie. So that was a radio broadcaster's nightmare.
Jenny, Joni, and Julie. And Joe.
And Joe.
Your older brother. He's with Major League Baseball. He did some stuff with ESPN, didn't he?
Yeah, for a few years. And then he went to Tampa Bay, and when they won their World Series, he got out, and that's when Major League MLB started their network, and he got in at ground level as one of their weekend anchors.
And he does a great job. And of
Thank
course,
you.
He's a former, St. Louis Cardinal?
Former St. Louis Cardinal.
Wow.
And I believe he finished up with the White Sox, and before that, the Angels.
Right. How many World Series titles did Joe win? They won a couple, didn't they?
I think it was when his rookie year. I think he came in runner-up to Kirby Puckett's Minnesota Twins.
Okay, gotcha.
So he was, I believe, one of the ERA leaders that year too, on his rookie year.
So baseball right around the corner. I think didn't the Reds are having, I think, their first Grapefruit League game today or tomorrow. I think it's coming up anyway. Of course, who wants to talk about the Reds?
I'll tell you what. I mean, they could have something special if they quit giving all their good players away.
Exactly.
What's going on, Gary?
I used to cover the Reds for a radio station in Cincinnati, and that was back in the day when, of course, they had the 90 team that went wire to wire. Barry Larkin had won the whole thing.
I was there live.
It's amazing how they've just kind of fallen apart here the last really several years. But we'll see what happens when Major League Baseball starts back up here this week with spring training.
I'll tell you what, you had some good weather, good baseball weather the last 2 days, and then all of a sudden the bottom just drops out. You got rain and cold weather coming back. And
we got some snow flurries tonight.
Oh, Lord.
But, anyway, some folks don't care. They went on down the floor.
I don't blame them.
Let's see what happens here in the second half. Julie McGrain, Muntz, and I are looking forward to the second half action. And it looks like it'll be Schneid, St. 5. It'll be Vanover, Johns, Cornett, Schneid, and Willoughby. This is the 5 that came out of the floor. 32-25, and the lead is for Bryan Station. And I tell you what, they shot the lights out literally from three-point range, didn't they?
Absolutely, dear. Looks like they were 7 for 9 on the three-point range. And overall field goals, 11 for 29.
So let's see what Coach Coaksey cooked up in the locker room.
You know, I'm sure both teams made some adjustments on how to handle each other's schemes. So I would look for Bryan Station to cut down their drive, Madison Central's drive. And I look for Madison Central to stop their three-point shots.
Lexington Bryan Station, 18 wins on the season. Madison Central, 15. But Julie, you follow this. Your husband Drew's the principal of Madison Central, so you followed this team. They're much better than their record. They really are.
Oh yeah, and like you said, when you're playing in the 11th region day in and day out, it's such a toss-up of who's going to win games, and it's no one ever knows the outcome, but it's such a competitive region. Just being around other regions is so competitive.
And it's not like they've run away from anybody, trying to hide. They've played everybody.
And I think Coach Cooksy's done a good job of with the talent that he has.
Schneid, and they play catch out front with Willoughby. She gets it back as we're just underway in the second half. Gary Ball with Julie McGrain Munson to the basket off left lane and up and in. Nicely done there by Willoughby. Her first basket, and that cuts it down to 5. Julie 32-27. Here comes Bryan Station. Nicodero kicks it over now to Martin. Back in the corner, and that three-pointer that time won't go there for Martin. Battle though, and off glass no, and rebounded coming out there with it is Lindsey Johns. Johns wanted to pick the pace up, now kicks it back to Schneid. Now goes to Bailey Vanover, stripped out of there and stolen by Iguodara, and we're going to have a reaching foul called, I believe, on Cornett trying to strip the ball back out of there.
Check that. I think that was Schneid for the reach-in. Obviously, Gary, I think that was a good foul, that Schneid foul. So they did shut down the breakaway.
They did call that on Schneid. You're exactly right. First team foul. In the first half, we didn't have a lot of fouls called against Madison Central. I think only 3.
Excellent play game on both sides.
Shannon, and what a nice move there by Shannon.
Shannon did do an excellent job. A nice little baby hook.
34-27, lead back to 7 for Lexington Bryan Station. Richmond Madison Central trying to get it across the line. Long pass down to Johns, and Lindsay stops and pops, and that's short off the rim. Cornett got a hand on it, but so did 2 Bryan Station players. And coming out of there with it is Destiny Cozart, their leading scorer, did not score in that first half.
But doing an excellent job playing defense.
Yeah, you're right. You mentioned that. And a floater by Martin, and she can hit and Shannon puts it back up and in.
Excellent job by Shannon as she put it in for 2.
Shannon with back-to-back buckets, and the lead is 9. And here's a steal for Destiny Cozart, and she no longer is in the unscored column. She knocks it down. Her first basket, and the lead has ballooned to 11. That's what I was talking to Miss Burford about, is who comes out to the start of the second half and sets the tone. And right now, Bryan Station has set the tone.
I don't think Central really likes or feels uncomfortable with Bryan Station in the press, so it's really causing them some fits.
White, Greer, and Maggard, also Raising Canes, Whitaker Bank, UK Sports Medicine, Central Bank, Bob Roberts Insurance. See Bob Roberts, that's Joe and John. They played at Madison Central with Coach Feldhaus, Joe and John Roberts. Bob Roberts Insurance on Main Street. They insure half the great state of Kentucky. Bob Roberts. Check out the Scholastic Ball Report. That's every Saturday at noon on the CW. This week, Henry Clay. The Henry Clay Lady Devils, our team of the week. Scholar athletes from Tate's Creek, a feature from WYMT. Highlights from all the games around the area with Game Time. And we try to cover it all and show you. And right now we have 6:19 to go. What a nice spurt here as Shannon,
first half. It's Shannon and Cozart take it over here. They did score a point either one in the first half.
I think they were tired of you saying on the air that they haven't scored, so I was like, I'm going to keep Gary quiet. I'm going to put him up right now.
They were getting text at halftime from their friends saying, you got to score. That guy keeps saying you haven't scored yet.
It happened.
It happens. So Shannon knocked down back-to-back, and then Cozart banked one. That was a Whitaker bank shot, by the way, by Cozart. I didn't mention that. 38-27. Here comes Madison Central. They give it in the middle. Johns a floater. Boy, she's got a nice touch around the basket. Lindsey Johns, 16 points. 38-29.
Really working hard in this game.
Here comes Easy Iguodaro. To the basket, goes in, hangs, puts it down, and she's found. What a tough shot by Iguodaro. She's got double figures now with 10, and she'll go to the line and try to add to that.
I tell you what I really like about Easy Iguodaro is she really gets to the rim really quick, and she really utilizes her quickness to outscore defenders.
She also is a 79% free throw shooter.
That helps.
Easy knocks it down easily. 11 for Easy Iguodaro, and it's 41-29. That 12-point lead represents the biggest lead for Station. Central had a good start, but Martin knocking down all those threes. Schneid knocked away, and it goes off the hands. And boy, what quickness there by Station. Boy, Iguodaro tracked that one down, didn't she? In a hurry.
Yes, sir.
Looking at the Central zone. Comes deep over to Destiny Cozart. She skips it over to Burdette. Kara Burdette goes in the corner. Martin to three, and that skips off the rim. No. Battle for it down low. Shannon throws it up. Won't go, but she's found.
One thing I see right now that Bryan Station's outworking Central on the offensive boards right now. So they're getting those second opportunities, but they're actually scoring off those opportunities.
We will have both boys games tomorrow night. Wednesday and Thursday here from Alumni. We'll have the girls semifinals Friday night. We know one semifinals, Franklin County and they will go up against Henry Clay. Shannon hits the free throw.
Yeah, that was a good game by Franklin County. I watched that first game and with Frank and Cook and with some other people not mentioned that they do just an excellent job of Joey
Thacker.
Thank you. Joey Thacker does with his team. He's had those seniors for quite a while.
And Princess Stewart,
yes.
Daughter of Prince Stewart, who played at Henry
remember
Clay.
that.
42-29, and John's going to be fouled on a reach, and diving into the table over here is Kara Burdette. That's why William keeps everything anchored down.
I love the hustle she shows.
She check out, and coming in, the game will be Kyra Harden. And as we mentioned in the first half, Harden is a sophomore. 42-29. What can Central do, Julie, to get back in this
Gary,
thing?
they've got to handle the pressure on the press.
Exactly. And do that right there. That helps too, and a nice shot by Cornett. 7 for Cornett, who averages 11. 42-31. Lexington Bryan Station trying to get win number 19 and move on to the semifinals Friday night. And that will be the second game Friday night. The 6:30 game will be Franklin County girls, Rebecca Cook, Princess Stewart, Malika Frank, and Aristia, all the great players that they would go against Henry Clay. We still don't know if Talea Livers, the All-State player who had 34 and 16 in the district final, is going to go for Henry Clay Friday night.
She have the flu you mentioned?
She has the flu, yeah.
Oh, no.
Here's a steal and knocked to the floor by our own player, but gets it over to Schneid, and Schneid coming out of there. And knocked away there by Iguodaro. She cut right in front of there of Lindsey Johns. It'll go back to Central.
I really like the way Bryan Station has turned up their defense. It's really causing Madison Central to have some hits.
It has been turned up a level or so.
I believe
they were quick in the first half, but they put it into Jeff Gordon overdrive here in the start of the second half.
It is that NASCAR season, Gary.
He retired, didn't he?
I believe so, the Rainbow Warrior.
The Rainbow, I kind of liked him, but he never. Here's Vanover three off the iron, no, rebounded by Iguodaro. Hadn't won much lately, though, had he? I guess he was kind of in the. I'm not a big NASCAR person, so I don't even know why I brought that up. Turn left, go left, go left. They do a good job of marketing, I'll say that.
Yes. Obviously, people are crazy about it.
4:03, 42-31. That was a bad imitation of that NASCAR anyway. That's Cozart. Down low, Shannon up and in. Shannon, what a great second half, particularly this quarter. 7 points for Kara Shannon.
An excellent job by Cozart feeding the post.
Bailey Vanover for the Lady Indians. Hands it now to Emily Willoughby. to go to Cassie Schneid. To the basket, Vanover has it stripped away. Shannon hands it out to Iguodara. She leads it out to Cozart. Back it goes to Iguodara. Hangs and rolls out. Tapped around, coming out there with it, Johns. She's got a bust out. Johns with Shannon back, crosses over, puts it up, draws the foul. And foul's going to be on Shannon. That's a good job there by Lindsey Johns, saying, hey, just get out of my way because nobody's going to stop me.
You know, she's kind of getting away from what Coach Cooksey wants to do, slow it down, but she had the opportunity to get out in front of the defense and really drew the foul.
So at the line will be Lindsey Johns, 16 points for Johns. Any numbers really stick out there on you on that stat monitor, Julie McGrane?
I would just mention earlier that, you know, I think the difference of the game is going to be turnovers and rebounds. And right now, pretty much the rebounding is pretty consistent with both teams. It looks like Bryan Station has came out and outdone them on the rebounding.
21-18, yeah, 21-18 advantage. Johns, and she got the second one. She's got 17 now. Lindsey Johns, a junior, 5'9" junior, averaging over 15 points.
I'll tell you what, Gary, what does stand out is Madison Central's turnovers right now. It looks like they have 12 to Bryan Station's 6.
You know, Station's got some very, very quick guards, don't they? I mean, they
really
are quick on quick. I could see this Station, if they could win this game against Central, I could see them making some noise in this 11th region tournament.
Anything can happen.
They're making noise right now, obviously.
Yeah.
That's Jayla Martin. She made noise with 5 3-pointers in the first half alone. And what a block there by Cornett. She said, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that's probably about the 5th block from Allie Cornett.
Yeah, do they keep that stat?
Yes, they do.
That is 5. 5 blocks for, she came in with 150. What's the record at Madison Central?
I am not sure. I mean, you have that 2013 state tournament team that did really well with Coach Feldhouse's daughter, Laren Brooks, and Miss Feldhouse.
Kavanaugh knocked away there by Bailey Vanover. Got a hand on it. 2:56 in this fast-moving third period. Bryan Station 44, Madison Central 32. Station in the green, Central in the white. It's kind of a home floor for Central. I think we kind of referenced that, didn't we?
Yeah,
Since they play all the tournament games here. District down the lane. What a nice scoop. Won't go there for Kavanaugh. Coming out there with it, Lindsey Johns with 17 points. Johns hangs and crossover. It's 19 now.
Nice little Euro step by Johns. I think we have some issue with Lindsey Johns possibly sprained an ankle on that layup drive, so Cooksey's going to have to get her out for a rest and have the trainer look at her.
She'll have to go out, and that's a big, big miss.
Oh,
she
huge.
has 19 points.
Leading all scorers with 19.
Yep. Because Martin has 15, but remember, she had 5 threes in the first half. She's not scored here in the second half.
She's got 19. She's going to have to tape it up and get back out there.
Well, you know, it's a regional tournament. If you lose, your season's over. Martin, she's going to be fouled on the Mack, who I thought came in the first half and gave him some energy.
She gave some solid minutes for Madison Central, so she plays her role really well.
2:26, 10-point lead for Lexington Bryan Station. Kavanaugh kicks it out to Iguodara. She's working there on Vanover. 2:19 to go in the third period. Lob over to Martin. She kicks it in the corner. Destiny Cozart, good out of the corner. 5 for
Excellent job finding Cozart in the corner.
Destiny with 5 here. The lead is back to 13. Here's a steal by Jalen Martin. Martin kicks it to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh, good pass to Iguodara. Throws it up, has her feet kind of cut out from under. No intent there. And she will go to the line and shoot a couple of free throws. Easy for Iguodara.
She's kind of like the glue that holds this team together.
The name's tough to say, but the game is really good.
She's got it.
She's got 11 points.
Definitely has the game.
She makes my all-name team.
Easy.
You know we had an all-name team? We got all everything.
Why not?
You know, we're going to start the PrepSpis this year. We're going to give out like PrepSpis. William and I came up with the concept to do the PrepSpis. And we're going to have our first PrepSpis Awards in May.
Great. So when what are y'all going to do as far as PrepSpis? What does that entail?
It's going to be like the play of the year.
Yeah.
It's going to be maybe scholar athlete of the year, maybe baseball, maybe coach. It's going to be all sports, though. It's going to be all sports, tennis, everything.
And again, I really just like the way that William Warford really promotes the high school athletes, and it's for everyone. So I really love that, what they're trying to do and get the kids' names out there.
He's already talking about baseball, and he's done about 250 basketball games. He's already talking about baseball.
When does it stop, William?
Cornette put it up and in. Cornette with 9, and it's 49-36, minute 40. What do you think, Julie, that Central needs to get down to maybe single digits here before the fourth quarter? They're down by, there's a turnover.
And it looks like Central just put on a guard trap at the top, so it caused Bryan Station to turn the ball over, so it's playing in exactly what Coach Cooksey wants right now.
Willoughby gives the Vanover.
But the key is capitalizing on these Bryan Station mistakes now.
Ball knocked away, and here's Iguodaro. She's got Martin out in front of her. Iguodaro slices and throws it up off the left side, and she'll go to the line and shoot a couple of free throws.
That was kind of like a dirt ball move right there. Just slice and dice and put the shot in.
The dirt ball organizers are about ready to call her name. Come play next summer.
I put her on my team.
That used to be a great dirt ball. That used to be a big deal in Lexington. It kind of died off a little bit lately, but they still have it. But remember, it used to be such a big deal.
Yeah, and it's sad that it's starting to die down just because of some of the things that's gone on in the past summers, of some issues I believe they've had. So
yeah, I think they had an incident shooting
or
over
near in that neighborhood.
Yeah, 50-36. I ran into earlier former Bryan Station standout to Quan Klatt, superstar. He won the OVC. He's a freshman. He played at Station. He won the high jump, the OVC championship in high jump as a freshman this year at EKU.
Is that right?
Yeah. Kid's an athlete.
Wow.
He and I had a long talk here before the game tonight. Great kid. Played at Bryan Station. Minute 19. 50-36. Martin. She hasn't hit a three in a while, but
they're really covering her up too.
She hit him in bunches though. Left side, Cozart, and that's back of the rim, no. But good job there boxing out by Hall. Safe keeping that alive. Destiny Cozart. Ball tapped away. Iguodaro gets it back though to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh, she's cut off there by Mack. 54 seconds. 50-36. Station trying to get to the semifinals Friday night. Take on the winner of the next game, Western Hill. Here's three. Well, Martin, she's fouled, and she did not hit the three, but she's fouled, and she will shoot.
Looks like 5'2" Emily Willoughby tried to go up and block the shot, but draws her body into her and gets to shoot three.
5'2", how'd she get up there?
I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah.
So
put your hands up and make her shoot over top of you.
So Martin with 15 points will shoot three. 16 now. That's her first point in the second half. She had 5 3-pointers. Let's look at still they're 8 of 13 from three, but as I said, they've cooled off quite a bit, hitting 7 of 9 in the first half.
Yeah, I believe Coach Cooksey, his game plan is to try to shut down that 3-point shot. So he's doing a fairly good job of executing that plan. But like it does again, Bryan Station comes up with a great break with her getting to shoot three foul shots.
Well, Johns, I heard you. They taped it up. She's back in. You're in the regional tournament.
It looks like she's walking a little bit gingerly out there, but I think once she gets in the game rhythm, it's going to disappear.
Here's the third one. Martin's already hit 2. She hit all 3 of them. She's got 18 points now. Jalen Martin, the junior, 12-point average. 53-36. Station trying to blow this thing open, and they possibly get enough. Martin there battling, and then they're going to say last touch by Madison Central's Emily Willoughby, and we'll go back to Station with 38 seconds in the third.
It looks like Willoughby's trying to force the pass to the middle, as you need to do a fake pass and reverse it to the opposite side, then hit the middle.
Like you did at Morehead State back, right?
Oh, hey.
You know how to reverse that ball.
It's Eagle Nation.
Kavanaugh to the basket. What a nice block by Cornette. She's got 6 of them now. Bailey Vanover. Back out, here's Vanover, and to the basket. She will make the basket as she does a circus shot, and she'll get the and one.
Excellent job by Vanover by penetrating the seams of the defense. What a great job finishing.
Bailey Vanover, the sophomore. I used it already. I don't like to overuse the soup in the sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
One time and that's it. One and done.
Okay, no, I'm not.
During the game.
I'm not of the Calipari school of broadcasting. One and done. We'll use it again if we get another game.
The next game.
The next game, which will be tomorrow night for me. I'll be calling the Madison Central Scott County boys game. Darren Douglas will have the next game tonight. I haven't seen him in the building yet, but he's on his way.
Double D.
Double D will be calling the game with Coach True. And tomorrow night, Coach Lee DeForest will join me for that Madison Central Scott County game at 8:15.
Cannot wait. I get to be a mom tomorrow.
Here's Martin. She's got 20.
Looks like she leads all scorers.
55-39, and Vanover has it knocked away by Higadera. Here's Mack launching, and it's short. No good. We head to the final quarter, and Station dominated that quarter. They put 23 points on the board in that quarter to 14 of Central, and they lead 55-39 as we come back and we head to the final quarter. We'll return here on PrepSpin.
White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Back for the fourth quarter, and Julie McGrain-Muntz. What a third quarter for Station. I mean, Shannon and Cozart, who had not scored, they combined for 14 in that quarter, those two.
Wow, that's a good duo.
Martin has definitely cooled off from three. She's missed her last four after making her first 5 3-pointers.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, Gary, Bryan Station's doing a great job of turning up their defense and really putting the full court press on that's given Madison Central a hard time to get the ball up the floor.
That's Burdett. Ball coming out of there with it is Vanover, Bailey Vanover.
Looks like Mally Cornett had her 7th block.
Mack, that won't go. Tapped up Cornett, so Cornett was 7. Nick Runyon, the coach at Dunbar, came down, looked at the stat monitor. He said she's got at least 10 blocks. Well, they've got her for 7.
Officially 7. I'll tell you what, though, what I like is why she doesn't play volleyball. And just look, she would be a gifted athlete in volleyball as well.
Speaking of volleyball, as the shot is laid in there by Shannon, she just continues her second half barrage with 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of feeding the post right now.
Speaking of volleyball, Derek Ward's got a daughter that's like a 6th grader at Henry Clay. She is going to be a phenomenal volleyball player. Doesn't play basketball. How does Derek Ward not let his daughter play basketball?
Hey.
Vanover's 3, good.
What a great time to hit a 3-point shot from Central.
Of course, Derek Ward's a great guy. He's such a nice guy. 57-42, former UK standout from Tennessee, no doubt. Derek Ward.
Hey, if we have to steal their athletes, we will.
Like we did Poitras. Well, we just wish Alex could just, play at the level we know he's capable of every game. Burdett. And knocks it down to 3. That's 10 for Cara Burdett, who had 7 in the first half. And it's 59-42, Lady Defenders of Lexington Bryan Station. There's Mack to the basket. Get out of my way. And a blocking foul is going to be called on Shannon.
It's more like a Mack truck coming through there.
You're right. That was a Mack truck. Man.
She definitely cleared space.
That's her third team score.
At the line will be Shanti Mack. 2 points in the first half for the 5'11" junior. They got some nice size on this Madison Central team. When you look at Johns and Mack and you look at Cornett, who is a shot blocking machine. What you telling me that is it Mally Cornett? I mean, we don't start any dating rumors, but dates Mr. Damian Harris, who's the all-world player, was All-American and now playing in Alabama. Is that true?
Right. So there is still a connection there.
I mean, we don't want to, we don't want to get into the dating scene. We're not, matchmaker here.
But nice little athletes there.
Mack knocked down the free throw. 59-43. The basketball, Cozart knocked away. Cornett battling, and jump ball called, and possession arrow will give it to Coach Robert Cookson.
Possession arrow in favor of the Indians.
I think they just changed the call right now.
I think they did too. I mean, the possession arrow was favoring Central. I think they're going to give the ball to Central. I tell you what, be very, very leery of this Madison Central team next year. They are going to be loaded. They're going to be so good next year.
Were they only losing one senior, and that's Emily Willoughby?
Willoughby, right, the defensive stalwart, but they got everybody else back, including Mack, who's a junior. They're tops up.
Yeah, and on top of that, what's key is getting your point guard back.
Mack, the three won't go, goes after Ole Miss, but Station comes out with Jalen Martin's got it. Just 6:10 to go. What a fast ball game we've had here tonight. I've enjoyed this game, haven't you, Julie?
Oh, absolutely. It's always great sitting here with you, Gary, and calling the game.
Martin downtown Richmond again.
She was definitely feeling it. She's like, it's my turn now.
23 for the junior. 62-43. Yeah, you and I really enjoy, we try to get in a game every year at the regional tournament. I know you'll be working the Sweet 16 network. Down low, and shot put up and in by Cornett.
Yeah, I believe being at the new venue at Northern Kentucky.
Yeah, it's a beautiful venue. Been there. And nice shot there by Martin. Again, she's got 25 points now.
She has really come on.
She's lit it up. She's got 25, and the lead is 19 with 5:29. And Robert Cooksey wants a timeout. We'll return here to the Alumni Coliseum on the campus of Eastern Kentucky. We've got another game coming up tonight between Western Hills and Lafayette with Darren Douglas and Coach Scott Drew. We'll be back here on the PrepSpin High Definition 1080p.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our 6 Lexington area locations.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smart.
Madison Central just saw Martin with a three-pointer, then a basket to add to her total of 25. And here comes Madison Central down 19. To the basket, Johns, and boy, you can tell she's still hurting on an ankle. She kind of grimaced a little bit there as she tried to maneuver that into the paint area.
But give her credit for getting back out there and really trying to give her an extra boost. What does she have, 19 points right now?
Yeah, she's done a tremendous job. And of course, the big story of this game is Jalen Martin with 25, had 5 threes in the first half. Here's a steal, threw it right in the hands of Igadera. Easy. To the basket, lays it in. Easy. That looked easy.
Nice concentration by Igadero.
That is 16 points for Igadero. Missed the basket. My scoring's unofficial, I always say that. Here's a steal by Shannon. She leads it out to Kara Burdett. And she goes to the basket, hangs, rolls it in. She's got a dozen.
Nice job by crossing it over by Burdett.
68-45. Station blowing it open here with 4:42 to play. Here's another steal. Igadera leads it out now. Driving in off glass, laying it in is Destiny Cozart.
I think now would be a time for Coach Cooksey to call a timeout. Bryan Station is doing an excellent job in this full court press.
Central handled it pretty good in the first half. 10-footer knocked down there by who else? Lindsey Johns.
Like 21 for her.
21 for Johns. 70-47. She's almost got half the production. Here's a Cozart, knocks it down.
I'll tell you what, Bryan Station is making it look easy right now.
Yep, they really are. They've kind of relaxed at this point. Just everything's going smoothly for them.
Yeah.
Pass in the middle to Johns with those 21. Now Tom Vanover lines it up. That's off the mark to the right. Rebounded though by Cornett. It can really get up. Spins around and knocked away there.
Yeah, only thing I mentioned earlier that she is a high jumper for Madison Central track team.
You can see it on that.
Can you?
Man, she got a.
And as you said, Coach Cooks, he said her timing and her jump is
150 blocks. We don't know if that's a Madison Central record because Dave Park is no longer with us, the great stat guru here at Eastern. He ran this tournament for years, and they need to have a Dave Park award here or something.
That sounds good.
The guy was, you remember Dave? Everybody knows Dave Park.
Yeah.
He was class, and he and I used to have some really good conversations out here at this tournament. I miss him. Free throw rolls off there for Cornette. 72-48. It's all over, but the crying, as they say. 24-point spread for Station. They were just too good and too quick when you're down that much with just 3.5 minutes to play.
Oh, I know, Gary. It's like it just all came all of a sudden and just hit all at one time, and there you go, 72-48.
Good pass to Shannon. What, another block by Cornette. What's that, 8 now?
8 blocks. 8 blocks.
There's Johns hanging and off glass. Good. She's got 23 points now.
Excellent concentration by Johns as she put the shot in on the layup.
I think Madison Central heard me say that this was a little out of reach, and they didn't like that comment.
It's like, nuh-uh, Gary.
And after I said it, I didn't like it very much. 3:19 to go here in this 72-50 ball game. William Warfield, he's working it down there in 1080p. Look at that monitor we have. Look at the clarity of that. And it's like you're right there in that huddle.
It almost looks like you're looking at a 4K TV set.
I understand Opus will be out for what, a couple of years? 4K? Or are they coming out this year?
What's that?
4K. When are they coming out with 4K?
Oh, it's already out.
It's out?
My dad's got a curved one. Big one so he can watch all his baseball games.
Where have I been? I still got a 45-inch plasma.
Probably, what, a 720?
No, it's good. It's high definition.
HD,
but I mean,
huh?
You don't think, hey, this guy.
Gary, spend some money, will you please?
This guy does a TV show and he's got a 45-inch plasma. Most people have like a 65, inch, like you say, 4K.
Hey, when you're on the road a lot, I mean, who has time to watch TV at home?
I know, you got to have the budget too. 319 for one of those big. Those are probably what, several $1,000s.
Yeah, we need to talk to Scholastic Ball Report about bumping your salary up a little bit.
That's a stretch. I mean, I'm the producer, so I have to talk to my executive producer, I guess. 72-50, 3:19. Julie McGrane-Muntz, Gary Ball, William Warfield. Coming up, it'll be Darren Douglas and Scott True. They will have Double D. We'll have Western Hills and Lafayette. That tips off at about 8:15. What we think. What time is it right now? It may not make 8:15. Maybe about a little bit later now. 8:30.
She thought about it. Martin was ready to shoot.
Why not?
She's like, now we're going to take some more time off the
Why not?
clock.
I would shoot it if I was her. She's got 25 big ones. She'll launch that
She'll
one.
get it now.
And she almost had skipped off, but rebound is stuck back up and in by Cara Burdett.
Burdett doing an excellent job fighting for offensive position to get the rebound.
74-50. 2:42 to go in this game. And like I said, Bryan Station's going to move on to the semis Friday night, take on either Western Hills or Lafayette. Backdoor ball knocked away. On the floor, Cara Burdett falling and hands it over to Easy Iguodaro. I tell you what, Coach Ranson, the Paris Greyhound, has done a great job with this team.
I just want to say that their coaching staff looks really good. Nice suits, good color, got good spring colors over there. I just want to say it's probably one of the best dressed benches I've seen in a while.
The PrepSpin's coming up. We'll give the best.
That's my nomination right now,
You
Gary.
got to nominate that.
Put that down,
Send it to William Warfield, the PrepSpin. Shot knocked down there. Let's see. That was Cozart who knocked out. She's got 11 points here in the second half. Cozart. Yeah, send that nomination to William Warfield. It's William@PrepSpin.com. There you go.
Look how nice they look. We got the purple and definitely the gray suits and just really class act bench.
I got the vest working tonight to cover my svelte physique.
Of course, it's always nice when you're winning too.
That's right. You look a lot better.
Really
when
good.
you're up 26, you look a little better than when you're down 26.
Yeah.
No doubt. Going out of the ball game will be Emily Willoughby, and she gets a nice ovation. And she's very upset because she possibly just played her last high school basketball.
I believe so, but it's always nice that, like as I told you, she is moving on to the Cumberlands to play soccer, so she definitely gets to keep it going and keep her career going there.
Vanover will be back for a couple more years. She's only a sophomore. The young lady just knocked down that free throw, 76-51, and we're going to get going out. What a nice ball game by Easy Iguodaro. What a ball game by that young lady.
I have really enjoyed watching her play, Gary. She's just done everything in the stat line as far as feeding the ball, shooting the ball, playing great defense.
16 points, 9 steals for Adair.
That's putting in work right there, Gary.
Man, and 8 assists. She
does it all.
She's 1 steal and 2 assists away from a triple-double.
And on top of that, just 1 turnover. I mean, really handles the pressure, really handles the ball, does everything to make her team look better. It looks like Central and Bryan Station's emptying the benches to get their younger players in.
Mentor, number 15, has come in. Eliza Mentor for Central. So we'll try to get all these players in.
Looks like 32, Ansley Wood, freshman. Number 4.
That is Bernard, I believe. Madison Bernard.
Madison Bernard.
Yep.
But it looks like they both have a good future.
Yep.
Teams are going to be very extremely competitive next year in the 11th region.
Oh, yeah. So Ryan Kavanaugh, she kicks it over to Kyra Harden. In the middle, she goes to Cozart. Down low, and that shot won't go there for Stations Williams. Brandy Williams, she checked in. And here comes John. She's had a great ball game. John's all the way to the basket, throws it up, and she ran into her own player there for Madison Central. She ran into number 32,
Ainsley Wood.
Yeah, Wood.
And that comes with experience, too. Ainsley Wood's got to learn when Lindsey Johns is penetrating, she's got to move to the opposite side. And if that defender picks her up, she's got the dump down. So she'll learn that as she matures through her basketball career.
In girls semifinals, Henry Clay Friday night will take on Franklin County at 6:30 here on PrepSpin. And then at 8:15, it'll be Bryan Station. They'll take on the winner of the next game between Lexington, Lafayette, and Western Hills. Who do you like in that next game? Allie Denton's Lafayette Lady Generals and Western Hills.
I'd have to go with Allie just because of her tournament experience. She's been to the big show before, and you got to kind of put a little plus sign in her corner.
Yep. Johns with big ball game. 24 points.
Looks like, 21 Jackson checks in for Madison.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Bryan Station.
Deasia Jackson. And going out with a great ball game is Johns, 24 points, 9 rebounds. 1 rebound away from a double-double.
Definitely worked hard this game.
Ball knocked away there, coming out there with it is Todd, Talia Todd. Todd hanging, throwing it up, no, but picked up by her teammate there, Mentor, and kick back out, coming back out with it, Everly. And here's a 3 in and out there for Barnard, and the shot put up
by number 30.
They're going to count that, aren't they, for Everly?
Everly.
So she will get the soup in the sandwich.
She did an excellent job clearing space and really drawing the foul, putting it in for 2. He gets the bonus.
1:15 here in this game. Bryan Station will move on to the semifinals. Tomorrow night we'll have the boys action. Franklin County, Lafayette at 6:30, then Madison Central, Scott County at 8:15.
I am definitely out that Madison Central Scott County game.
That'll be a good one. Free throw knocked in by Everly. 3-point play for Kennedy. 76-56. Station's going to win. It's just a matter of the final score.
And that's what you talk about too, Gary. As long as the girls, it's pretty much a toss-up for the boys and the girls. You have several teams that's beating each other, but who knows who's going to win this?
Deasia Jackson in there. Kick it back to Harden. They're trying to get Jackson. She's got to move off that free throw line. There's Kavanaugh. Another block there
by Ansley Wood.
Yeah, by Wood.
That might be her second block.
Nice block. She kind of favors Cornett, who has 8
She does.
blocks.
The same type of body.
Yep.
Same build. Same blonde hair.
Yep. 48 seconds. Going out will be Everly, the senior, with that 3-point play, and she'll get a nice hug from her coach and go down and talk to all her teammates. 45 seconds here. 76-56. Central trying to go down low. Stolen there by Jackson. Good steal there by Deasia Jackson.
Jackson said, no ma'am. Not today.
32 seconds. If I'm Station, I just run the clock out here.
Why not? But you have these young players that want to get in the scorebook and said, yes, I played and I did this, and here we got both benches cleared. So.
Nice rebound by Shakari McKeithen, I believe it is. And there's going to be a foul. That will send Wood to the line with 13 seconds. I know Coach Sean Ranson
he's over on the bench like, come on.
Yeah, the best dressed
let the
coach,
clock run down.
Best dressed coaching staff in the state.
Absolutely. He's over there on his bench kind of celebrating, give every one of his teammates some love on the side, high-fiving right now. So Excellent job by Coach Ransom.
Wood, she brought down Rain with a high archer, but it goes through. So Wood with the free throw makes it 76-57. And we're going to get some.
Got 2 more.
Yep, coming in will be Destiny Rivers. And also
Abram.
coming in will be 24, you said?
Yeah, Terry Abram, a sophomore.
Abram. So Wood trying to connect the second free throw.
And they are happy to get in the game.
My goodness, she puts a lot of arc, and she got them both.
Nothing but net.
76-58. String music here at Alumni Coliseum.
Leaving the nets wet.
8 seconds, and Bryan Station just going to pound it out here and run it out. Makes the Bryan Station move on to the semifinals. They win at 76-58 over Madison Central. Coming up, it'll be Western Hills and Lafayette with Darren Douglas and Coach Scott True. And Julie, break it down for me. You know, Kane, Jalen Martin really got everything started by knocking down all those big threes for Station. She had 5 threes in the first half. Scoring opened up a little bit more in the second half. And you got a lot of scoring out of Cozart, also Igadera, and just great. And Shannon with 9 points for Station.
Oh, wow. When you have all those offensive threats on the team, it's a little bit difficult for Central to handle when you have 4 people in double digits.
We'll take a break, come back, and then we'll give some final numbers to this one. Great working with Julie McGrain-Muntz on this ball game. I always enjoy working with Julie on the broadcast. 76-58. Bryan Station wins it over Madison Central. We'll come back with post-game action here on PrepSpin after this timeout. True. Welcome back here, and Double D has made it in the building. Darren Douglas will be calling the next game. He's got the black suit on and a Georgetown Tiger tie, orange tie. Thanks to Hugh Davis again, and let's look at the final numbers there, Julie McGrain-Muntz, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Great working with you again, by the way.
Oh, absolutely, Gary. It's always great to be here.
Maybe we can do it again Friday night, huh?
Love to.
Final numbers from the game. I mean, the scoring, look at that balance mistake.
Yeah, it looks like Destiny Cozart with 11, Shannon 9, Igadaro with 16, Burdette 13, Martin with 25, and Paul with 2 points. For Madison Central, you have Lindsey Johns, who led the team with 24 points. Natalie Cornett, the shot blocker, with 12 points and 8 blocks. Looks like Bailey Vanover with 8, Emily Willoughby with 2, Casey Snide with 4, Kennedy Everly with 3, Ansley Wood, who got her name in the scorebook, with 2, and Charity Mack with 3 points.
She's in the newspaper. You know, you score and you get your name. And let's look at some quick numbers here before we wrap it up. What's shooting in this ball game, particularly for Bryan Station? They started out a little chilly, but in the fourth quarter they were 59% from the field, So they really lit it up. And you mentioned how easy they were scoring there in that fourth quarter.
And not only that, is their free throws kind of stand out. 11 for 13 free throws, which is excellent shooting night.
They were 9 of 16 behind the arc.
Excellent shooting there, too.
Rebounding, they totaled 29. They got a good rebounding game. The team had 7 rebounds. I don't know what that means, but no, I'm just kidding. Yeah. 9 rebounds for Lindsey Johns, and she also had 24 points. I tell you what, she would be a force next year for Madison Central.
I'll tell you what I really liked from Bryan Station, though, as you mentioned, the girl who had just overall that kind of held the whole team together with, what was she had, like the shooting, the 9 assists, or was that
16 points, 8 assists, and 9 steals.
Wow,
She was 1 steal and 2 assists away from a triple-double.
That was a full day for her right there. I mean,
Stat stuff.
Excellent job.
Stat stuff.
Making the team look good.
And as we said, Lindsey Johns led Central with 24 points. Mally Cornett had 12. But listen to this. 8 block shots. And I think they missed a couple. I think she probably had 9 or 10 block shots, really, because even Coach from Dunbar was saying that she had more than 8. And then on down the line, 8 for Bailey Vanover. Emily Willoughby completes an outstanding career at Madison Central. What a great, as you mentioned, a great soccer player, going to play at the collegiate level. So congrats to her. Bryan Station, though, they were convincing, and they were very, very good from the start. They win at 76-58. Bryan Station will move on to the semifinals, Julie, and take on the winner of this game, which we'll have here in about 5 minutes. It will be Western Hills and Lafayette. We'll be back tomorrow night for the boys' games. We'll break it off here, come back and have a pregame show with Darren and Coach True here. Thanks to William Warfield, King of String, Julie McGrain-Muncis, Gary Ball. Your final score once again, 76-58. Bryan Station moves on to the semifinals Friday night, and you saw it in 1080p here on PrepSpin.